We are live, Unnecessary Roughness. Sunday morning, a fresh blanket of snow out my window. I hate it here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Brought to you by Twisted Tea, hard iced tea. Get you some Twisted Tea and get ready for this playoff reveal. Look at the committee. Again, Liam, I believe the committee discovered flat screen TVs existed like 6 months ago because they have spammed the TV button as opposed to just getting big screens.
It's the most unideal ball watching setup, and how far away they are. They have no snacks. They had the same game on 5 times on 2 different broadcasts. Put a hockey game on. Put an FCS game on. Put Rachel Ray on. Do something else. You don't need the same game on 5 screens.
I've always said that. Put Rachel Ray on. Thank you to Twisted Tea for sponsoring this podcast. T-Bob, we last left you about 11 hours ago.
Yeah.
Has any clarity crept into your mind over this playoff?
No, I haven't thought about it much. After we signed off last night, I ended up hopping back on World of Warcraft, and I tanked Ragefire Chasm for the first time in my WoW Classic career, which is a horde side dungeon that I had never experienced before. And that was about till like 2 a.m. And then I snuck into bed, went to church. It was great. Snow was beautiful. I still agree with what Liam said last night. I think Miami Notre Dame is the play here. I think anybody clinging to precedent is kind of ignoring a system where like precedent's not built into it. They can just do whatever the fuck they want. It's kind of an easy out that gets into very good, very deserving teams. And it sucks for BYU and Alabama, even though I like Alabama sucking. I feel bad for BYU, but yeah, that's what I think probably happens.
Kayce, any clarity since we last left you?
Yeah, I said I think it should be Miami and Notre Dame. And the more I've thought about it and the more I listened to people this morning talking about it, the committee's hardest decision is going to be, do you leave an SEC brand out, which A, I think you should. I do think Alabama should be left out. But B, where they ranked Alabama last week. That's the issue. And when you really look at where they put Alabama in comparison to these other teams, they were setting a precedent by saying, hey, are we going to punish them by playing in the conference championship? I do think that they should be in this case because of the way they played those games. That's the reason that we have a committee. That's the reason we have humans in the room. It's not just because you played and you lost. You played an extra game. It's the way that you played, the way that Alabama has played for the last 6 weeks of the season. So my clarity just furthered my opinion from last night. My jerk reaction was put Miami and Notre Dame in, leave Alabama out. I solidly believe that today. I'm sorry to BYU. You're absolutely out. But Alabama has not played well. So if you're going to take into consideration how these teams are playing down the stretch, which is what they should as humans, they should take that in there and they should leave Alabama out today.
So precedent is a dangerous word when it comes to this committee. We're in the second year of the committee, and every year is going to be different. Last year, we had to get here and pick 12 teams, and about 8 or 9 were worthy. Today, we got to pick 12 teams, and 14 are worthy, and there's 2 spots being taken up by unworthy teams. So, like, it's just a weird thing to say we're going to do precedent because last year was not this year. Last year, if SMU did what they did last year, this year, they'd been out. Mm-hmm. They just flat out would have been out. That's it, as clean as I can say it. But they got in last year because all the decent teams, Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss, were at 9-3 instead of 10-2. This year, those teams are at 10-2. So it's interesting. Now we got looks like everybody's just talking. Everybody's introducing themselves.
So, Kirk, where's your dog?
Those baby blues.
Do you think Kirk Herbstreit's dog goes to the same kennel Lane Kiffin's dog does when he's not using him for attention on TV?
Hey, Lane's dog is coming to Baton Rouge. Okay, back off.
Well, now
have they found a kennel down there to stage him so Lane doesn't have to actually live with him?
Well, now I don't know if you've seen it. Liam would know more because it's all over Twitter. But now they're saying they don't like the kennel and the farm is saying they don't want Juice to go because Juice is so happy and that Juice doesn't know he's a famous dog. Juice just wants to hunt and run, and that's what he can do in Oxford. So he may not be going to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, fuck that dog. That dog sucks.
Juice loves Wild Rose Kennels. You want him to leave his forever home? That doesn't seem fair.
No, it doesn't seem fair.
All right, so we have let's talk the teams here. I believe number 1 Indiana will get in. I think Georgia will get in. I feel good that Ohio State will get in. Texas Tech solidly in my opinion. Oregon, I've got in. Ole Miss, I'm going to put them on the end line. Let's see. A&M, I'm going to slide them in this tournament.
Thank you
That's
for that.
7.
Appreciate it.
Now, interesting. We have JMU and Tulane at the bottom there, probably, unless Duke passes them, which I don't think they will. But we have the spots for the teams that are up for discussion. T-Bob, it is very interesting to me that Oklahoma is the worst team out of this whole group, in my opinion. And they're the one team that nobody's talking about because it is accepted they're in. Like they're above this fray of Alabama and Notre Dame and Miami, and I just find that interesting.
Well, I mean, 2 losses.
They have a great
lot
resume.
of very impressive resume with a lot of legitimate wins.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like a lesser version of Texas Tech in that, like I said last night, I think Texas Tech has a true championship level defense. I have some questions on the offense, but they're still really good. The offense is. Whereas Oklahoma, absolutely a championship level defense, but the offense feels more like a glaring Achilles heel. But as we saw last night, man, this is shaping up to be a tournament where maybe defense ends up ruling the day. Maybe this is a year in which the meta has shifted and defense is going to be who decides lifts the trophy in the end. And that makes Oklahoma frisky. But also, I mean, look, they beat Alabama in the head-to-head, right? And that's because they have a better resume than Notre Dame, Miami, and BYU. They have big road wins on their, like, it wasn't just winning in Norman. So that's why the football has to matter. You can sit there and tell me that you think Oklahoma's flawed and you think they're maybe not as good as Team A or Team B, but they did what they needed to do to be above that cut line.
And head-to-head is what matters. That is why Oklahoma solidly in and Alabama is on the cut line. And head-to-head absolutely matters. That's why Notre Dame is in and Miami is – wait, what? Hold on.
It's crazy.
Hold on. I just got – right. Okay. Head-to-head matters when Oklahoma beats Alabama, but not when Miami beats Notre Dame.
I know.
Well, I think it will matter. I think push come to shove. I think
shut up. I just got my bacon delivered.
Oh.
Ooh.
Thank you.
You know
All right,
what?
continue.
Well, no, while you eat, let me read an ad really quick because we do have a few of those. Game time. Okay. The college football playoff. A bunch of teams are going to find out where they're playing today. A bunch of teams are going to find out they're hosting home games or they're not hosting home games. It doesn't matter. All the tickets will be available on Game Time. So make sure you're checking that out. It is the best app on the planet. It's incredibly easy to use. The Game Time guarantee means you can trust that you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. The fees are included. It's not like the other ticketing places where you all of a sudden are paying way more than you thought you were. It's all right up front. I would be lying if I've said I've not been looking at a lot of different tickets for the first round at Kyle Field. So those are available, but all the home games will be available, I'm sure, almost instantly today on Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying college football tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ROUGH. That's ROUGH for $20 off your first purchase. Again, terms to apply. Create an account, redeem code ROUGH for $20 off. I'm telling you guys out there, if you don't know what you want to get for the holidays, for your Christmas gift, events, tickets, concerts, games, it's the best way to go. Create an experience. Game Time app, promo code ROUGH, $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
You're looking at a lot of journalistic integrity, a wide vocabulary, Brandon, and the ability to spin quite a yarn. Real quick, speaking of Game Time, shout out. The home games are set. Looks like what? Eugene, Oxford, College Station, and Norman?
Yeah.
Gonna be playing host?
Yeah. Did
Barring
you guys
some crazy disaster, but yes.
Did you guys see yesterday a Rebel account, an Ole Miss account who just absolutely eat up with me, tweeted out my playoff predictions and said, you got to quit your job after this?
I did see that, yes.
It was my.
I didn't see that one. I saw it from the A&M side of things.
I think your cult can suck my fucking cock. Anyway, so I got 3 of the 12 right, and to which I say this. Nobody's getting on college football for getting it totally wrong this year. Clemson was supposed to be good. Penn State was supposed to be good. All these teams were supposed to be good. That's not on me. That's on them. And I think the Penn State coach should be fired. I think things should. This is not on me. And I took a couple of flyers, but you have to take a couple of flyers. I took the wrong flyers. I took Baylor in the Big 12. Should take.
I should have told you that LSU was going to tank for Lane, but I couldn't reveal the plan. If I would have told you all ahead of time before the season started, then maybe Lane would have gotten skittish. So I apologize. I knew it was going to happen the entire time. I was acting when I seemed upset all season long. Very happy. All roads lead to Lane in the end.
Which is why you said the entire time, hey guys, we don't have the money at LSU.
Yep.
And I'm like, yes, you stupid fucking hillbilly. Yes, you do. You'll get
Classic,
it. Like,
classic
we're
smoke
Florida
screen.
State. Wow, you
I
did that. You did that well.
That is the thing that I've been most wrong about this football season was acknowledging, while yes, Louisiana demographically on an individual basis is a poor state, that there's a lot of big ass companies there. And turns out when a governor who has leverage over the companies is motivated, yeah, like you said, I mean, your point remains so true. They found the money. Bro, they just gave Blake Baker $3 million a year to be D coordinator.
By the way, do y'all feel bad about that? The man was about to go out and start his head coaching career. Could be a great head coach in the college football, and y'all just want him to come back and lead your defense. Like, let the man go. Find another coordinator.
Bro, I saw a tweet. He was going to be the head coach of Tulane, and I tweeted, like, because some LSU and Tulane fans were battling, and I tweeted, like, hey, I'm really happy for Blake Baker, really happy for Tulane. That's great. Everybody thought I had inside information, and I was like, oh, no, guys, I just read a tweet. I don't know. I'm trying to get ready to tank Whaling Caverns, okay? And then I got to figure out how to get to Dead Mines from Orgrimmar. And that's tough.
Are you playing with Scadaboo?
Actually, I got to talk.
No, I want to get him on WoW Classic. I've been efforting his brother, but he's on retail. Anyway,
thank
Brandon.
you for taking the glasses off because you look like the teacher from Jimmy Neutron.
It is. So they're showing, all the reporters at all the different schools right now. And when they showed Notre Dame, it is crazy. I mean, they still lost the game. It does not matter. But the fact that their 2 losses are a combined 4 points, that is, like, when you see it on screen like that, it is a little bit jarring.
You know what's crazy sorry, go ahead, Brent.
Is this the biggest waste of money and resources ever that ESPN sends a reporter to every single one of these places?
Where is Marty Smith? And does that mean the team is in or out?
Marty Smith is
Why is this woman in Miami Gardens, Florida? What is she adding to the what's the point of that?
What do you mean?
It's exciting. It gives it gravitas. Boost in the ground reaction.
Reaction to the team.
They're either going to be in or out, and if they're out, the coach isn't going to talk to her.
That's true. That Molly's at by the way, complete side note. Did you see what Dante said about Molly McGrath? That was actually Jenny Taft last night.
Said she was hotter than a 48 something wine.
Yeah, but it was just the wrong person. Just incredible. Just so Dante. He's not wrong about Molly or Jenny, but.
You know what else is insane? Kayce, speaking of stuff like that, Bubba Bronze pointed this out last night in the chat. I never got to it, but says, quote, kind of insane that Indiana's only 2 losses in 2 years have been to 2 teams that played in the national championship, and then they beat one of those teams that was the favorite to repeat by miles. Like, I know we've done a lot of Signetti glazing, but that's deserving of additional glaze. The fact that the only 2 teams he has lost to in his tenure at Indiana played for a natty, and he just revenged one of those teams to win the Big Ten championship for the first time in 75 years. Crazy.
Also, if I'm reading the tea leaves correctly, Notre Dame, if they're in, likely the 9 seed, I would think. Indiana, the 1 seed, they would match up in the second round, would they not?
I think that if it's Miami and Notre Dame in, I think that they're going to put Notre Dame at 10. They're going to do the head-to-heads, the most important thing.
I don't think so if they're both in. I think if they're both in, it doesn't matter.
What, yeah, Liam, I think you can massage it.
Brandon, you're hating on the on-the-scene reporting. These tidbits are fantastic. JMU celebrates Sunbelt title with pizza party.
Yeah. Manny
Diaz will watch selection show at home with family. Duke has the day off today.
Yeah, bro, they know they're not getting in. Manny's like doing the public dance that he has to do, but he's like just happy to win the ACC.
Of course.
Also, these reporters are just fly to these places and then stand in front of a stand-up with the school's logo or a green screen with the school's logo. Like, she could be anywhere. She could be at her house right now.
They have to have boots on the ground.
No, they really don't.
The boots ain't even really on the ground.
We don't have Mincy flying all over the country right now.
Well, that's what we want to do.
It would actually be incredibly funny to have Mintz try to get in the mix of this type of coverage.
Yeah, this was a Quig's brainchild like 3 months ago, and we haven't got it rolling.
But see, Ben Mintz would show up to pick a school, T-Bob. Say any school's in the playoff.
Tulane.
He was the one you can't pick. All right, Kayce, pick a school.
Oh, JMU.
So Mintz would show up to JMU, accidentally be walking out of the parking lot, run into the coach, become best friends, hang out with him, go to the Sphere in Vegas with him, and then just be Mr. JMU for the rest of time. That's what would happen.
What's Mincy going to do with Ole Miss and Tulane in the playoff?
Well, they're if they play each other,
right?
well, he's a Summerall guy. I don't know. Now I'm torn. He loves
Well, he
Summerall.
was
playing.
a Summerall
loves the
guy. He
attention.
still is, but he
He
is
loves the
heartbroken that he couldn't get him to Oxford. Very sad. Oh, that bacon has a great crisp.
If you had Summerall coaching Tulane against the Ole Miss team that he was going to go coach, Mincy would have been in the biggest blender to ever blend.
Been awesome.
Brandon, how did you feel about Ebo handing out chicken tenders off of a plate, porcelain plate, after the championship last night?
I didn't even see that.
Title tendies. It was unbelievable.
He was on the field assaulting the JMU players with title tendies. They seemed into it.
Kayce, let's get some ads in before this thing gets rolling.
By the way, side note, shout out Christine. She's watching right now, but she just goes, well, aren't you like technically reporting live from A&M and Kyle Field with your green screen? I was like, you just proved Brandon's point. You are correct. You could just put a green screen up and here I am in College Station. Nutrafol. Brandon, look at that. Take those headphones off real quick. Run your hands through your hair real quick. Do it. Do it for the people. Look at that hair. Look at that. In the slow motion, T-Bob, Liam, me, we've all got
all right, show off.
Lots of hair.
You
Okay.
got good hair.
The holidays can get busy and overwhelming quickly. And, a lot of people are thinking, what should a thoughtful gift be? Nutrafol is the gift of stronger and faster growing hair, an ideal gift for anyone who deserves a boost of confidence and science-backed support heading into the new year. We love Nutrafol. I've talked about it for a long time. When I was in postpartum, I had the postpartum formula. Now I use the women's formula, and my hair is longer, thicker, and stronger than ever. It is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months. There's multiple different formulas for the men, the women, the postpartum. They want to make sure that you know that anybody who is going through menopause definitely could use this. So whoever may be in your life, whether it's you or someone in your life, this could definitely help out yourself or anyone looking to support their overall hair health. Give the gift of confidence this holiday season with Nutrafol. Whether you're treating yourself or someone on your list, visibly healthier, thicker hair is the gift that keeps on giving. And right now, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription plus free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and use promo code UR. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code UR for $10 off.
All right. Let's see. I'll work on that later. So we're at commercial. Home Depot has up to 40% off and an extra $500 off of select appliances, but that doesn't seem relevant to what we're talking about here.
No free ads.
Well, they paid for that ad on ESPN that I'm watching, I think. They paid a lot.
It says coming up in 1 minute and 45 seconds.
1 minute and 45 seconds. All right.
The exclusive reveal, by the way, as if we didn't know.
Let's do how they'll do the order. I think they'll go 12, 11, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, they'll go 12, 11, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then they'll leave 7, 8, 9, and 10 for the end.
I actually thought about this morning because they always wait to do the top 5 or 6 to like really see who's going to get the buy. Like you have to leave those to the end. You have to. But knowing ESPN, they won't do it. They'll just unveil them in order.
Yeah, I think they'll take it all the way. They're going to take it as far as they can. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say I think Brandon. If you're trying to produce the best television, you do what Brandon said.
Of course.
You get all the known quantities out of there, and then we wait on the unknown. And if you send Marty Smith to Tuscaloosa, you're trying to produce the best television. So I would think they would lean on that.
Well, then the best television would be Alabama misses the playoff, and he has to report boots on the ground there the entire day on the somber scene and try to extract every single ounce of information possible.
He's not allowed to leave.
Yeah. Also, you guys completely forget the committee that you're dealing with. They'll start with 6 and 7.
Yeah. They're not going to do what we think.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we wait. Hey, Kayce, fuck.
How's
we got
everybody
a lot
morning?
of them. Get another one out of the way so we can be ready. Or thank one of our wonderful sponsors is what I meant to say.
Well, Ev right now, the reason he's not here is because he was delayed, but he is headed to Chicago for the game of the week. And if you have not jumped in on the Barstool game of the week, it is who is it today again? The Packers? No, Packers Bears. Yeah, Packers Bears. That's right. And you can go to DraftKings right now. Go to DraftKings. It is the #1 sports book for live betting. Of course, Missouri fans, we've been talking about this. Missouri listeners, it is now live in the Show Me State. You can jump on the Barstool Game of the Week on Twitter. Just go in and put a single game parlay on the Packers and the Bears, and then you tweet at Barstool GOTW, and you can be entered in the listener side, the audience side of that giveaway. There's only the playoffs left now. So if you want to jump in on the college football scene, every game, every play, every bet counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code RUFF. That's promo code RUFF to turn just $5 into $200 in bonus bets instantly if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Did I get ball sacked or yes? Go T-Bob.
I have a question for you, Brandon.
Yes.
You know that I got to find the exact Peter Burns tweet here, because nobody is better than Peter at advocating for the SEC, obviously, right? Well,
advocating for the SEC is a kind way to put it. Sure.
He says Bama's strength of schedule and strength of record is better than Notre Dame and Miami's. Bama's best win is at number 2 Georgia. Bama has 7 wins against the FPI top 35. Notre Dame has 1. Miami has 2. The committee is going to penalize Bama for playing in a game without a top 2 running back, tight end, and left tackle Overton while Notre Dame Miami didn't play? No way.
Did you just call him left tackle Overton?
So you got ball sacked?
Oh my God. I fucking did. I got Ron Burgundy, LT Overton.
Yeah. Did I get ball sacked, or is Brett Fry returning to Virginia Tech as a defensive coordinator?
No, he is. And Zach Arnett's going back to Mississippi State.
Yeah, but that at least had some time between it, right?
All right, there's number 1. So you're Brandon. They're starting with 1. Well, we know it's Indiana, but they are starting.
Whoever designed my house put a there's a post in the way.
I got you.
Indiana number 1, breaking news, the Indiana Hoosiers. And now's a good time to just pause and reflect on the fact that the Indiana Hoosiers are 13-0, the number 1 team in the country, and they look like it. Unbelievable 2 years. I don't know if it ends up in a national title, but even if it didn't, this is still a remarkable story.
It's incredible. And this is, again, why I believe Kurt Cignetti making the decision to stay in Indiana as opposed to jump to the, quote, big brand of Penn State is going to pay off in this era of college football.
It's also the only
Ohio
thing that
State is number 2. Ohio State.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
2.
See, you guys talked me off that ledge last night. That makes sense.
I did. I really, really did. I thought they would try. I thought they would reward Georgia for the way they played recently, but no, they just dropped Ohio State to 2. Wow. So what does this set up? Boy.
Wow. I mean,
Kayce.
Yes.
If you guys are at 7 and you get a tough 10 seed and then Ohio State, Jesus Christ.
Happy birthday.
This is. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to react. I'm not gonna overreact before I can. I will overreact when I need to. But this is bullshit. If Ole Miss is ahead of us.
Okay, Kayce, you're ahead of me. So why
man, she's stressed.
Well, I mean, like if I have a choice, if I want to play fucking Tulane or JMU over Notre Dame or Miami, and then potentially go into.
Yeah, but will a Tulane or JMU win really make you feel good?
A win will make me feel good in the playoff. Yes, Georgia's number 3.
So Georgia's 3. Texas Tech will be 4. So that's pretty.
Georgia
pretty
just
easy.
didn't move. That seems.
Yeah. Wow.
Makes sense.
Wait, hold on. Could that be setting up leaving Alabama out?
I theoretically sure.
It could be a kernel. Yeah, it could be a little crumb.
Like you beat Alabama, but Alabama's not that good, so we're not going to move you up because we're going to drop Alabama out.
So Blutman, very quickly, we went into yesterday thinking Ohio State had this huge gap between everybody and themselves. They did end up losing last night, but it looks like the committee is still respecting Ohio State very, 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 very highly.
Yep, they are. They sure are. I think they're trying to set the precedent that the conference championship games cannot punish you. Also, what a comeback for the word precedent. Nobody has ever used that word until college football playoff discussions.
Texas Tech at 4.
Obviously. Had some legal usage as
Feel
well.
like
I would say, I would say now, but they could be setting that precedent, or this could just be an acknowledgement of these were the number 1 and 2 teams the entire year, and it's only losing to that team. Like, I don't know. It's could go either way there. We shall see with the rest of this.
Okay, so they're about.
Kayce, I think y'all are going to be 6.
I hope so. I know everybody last night tried to poo-poo me and say, well, they're not going to move everybody. They re-rank them every time.
Last week, Ole Miss was 6. If Ole Miss is 6 now, they'd be 6 against 11 Tulane, which is a rematch, and then they would go play Georgia, another rematch. And I don't know that the committee is in the business of promoting so many rematches.
Well, it's very easy to bump down Ole Miss too. They lost their head coach.
Right. That's why I said that last night. And it was, and everybody on Twitter being like, it's for sure. Okay, so Oregon's 5. Oh my God, my heart is pounding. This is crazy. Like I know we're in the playoff. Why am I acting like I don't know if we're in the playoff or not?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, this is
weird. Hey,
you're fine.
Fun fact: Tulane made the 12-team playoff before LSU did.
That can't be a fun fact for you.
Yeah, it is, because all roads lead to Lane. Again, like these are the things that had to happen. You have to be broken to rebuild, Brandon.
And like I said last night, it is important. The man found his hot yoga studio. Okay, my friend that works in hot yoga in Baton Rouge knows that he has found it. Okay,
there's just no way you have a friend that works in hot yoga in Baton Rouge.
Yes, I do. Absolutely do. He was at her studio yesterday. Thank you very much.
I bet he was. So it tells me she's hot.
Yes, she is.
So now we find out 6. This is big for you. So it's either Ole Miss.
I know my heart is pounding. My heart. It's like this is crazy that I can't act. God damn it!
Ole Miss is 6 then. Okay. Ole Miss is 6.
See, look, yeah, you don't want to play a group of 5 team anyway. Okay,
no,
so you got to prove yourself.
Yes, I do.
You got to prove yourself.
We went 11-1. Oh.
Yeah, but you blew the big one. You know, can't trust him.
This should not be affecting me the way that it is. It really shouldn't. Like this should not be.
So who do you get to play now? Miami or Notre Dame?
Notre Dame, probably Notre Dame, which is a nightmare.
No, not Notre Dame.
They may not want to do a rematch. Yeah, they probably do Miami 9.
I think Notre Dame's 9, unless Alabama stays in. Could get Alabama.
I don't necessarily want that either.
I think you'd want Alabama.
You got to stop being scared. You're pussyfooting around. Hit the fucking hole.
I'm not being scared. For anybody on the planet would say, would I rather play a group of 5 team in the first round of the playoff at home or play fucking Alabama?
Yeah. You want to win that's going to make you feel good.
T-Bob.
No, I want to playoff.
T-Bob. You're being ridiculous right now. You realize that, right?
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
I think y'all are pussies. Anti-competitive pussies, like the Big Ten commissioner.
Give me Tulane or JMU all day fucking long. Are you fucking kidding me? What's wrong with you?
Because then we shit on those playoff wins all year long.
Who gives a shit?
No, it's your team. Who cares? Who cares? That's a
no. You want to actually? Whatever. I don't. I'll have to agree to disagree.
God.
I think that's coward shit.
Oklahoma.
If LSU were here right now, you'd be like, give me Notre Dame or give me fucking JMU.
I'd say give me fucking Bama and Tuscaloosa. I want to deep dick my enemies or be deep dicked by them.
So Oklahoma is 8.
All right, so now we get to 9 and 10. And this is where it all comes down to.
You think they'll go 11-12 right now?
4 teams for 2 spots. Is it Alabama? Is it BYU? Is it Notre Dame? Is it Miami?
Jump to 11 and 12, you cowards. Jump to 11 and 12, you cowards.
Hey, Blutman, they're going to take a commercial break or something, right? They're for sure going to. They're going to just take a commercial break?
Well, he's not running the broadcast case.
No, I'm asking. But he's also, he wasn't listening to us the whole time. So now they're doing the resume comparison.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, Blutman is not calling the ESPN shot. He's not.
Comparison.
It's going to be Notre Dame and Miami.
There's a resume comparison. FPI
is in favor of Notre Dame.
Strength of schedule. My God, look at that.
I told you. That's what Peter was saying.
Alabama. Wow. Alabama.
Oh, wow.
Alabama
is
8. Holy
9.
9, I mean.
So is it Notre Dame or Miami? Bye, Notre Dame.
They're going to do it. They're going to put Notre Dame in and tell Miami to fuck off.
Maybe because Duke won the ACC. Maybe that would be the argument there, but that's crazy.
Wow.
I mean,
all roads lead to T-Town.
Alabama didn't even drop.
They apparently they believe in the concept of precedent because this is in keeping with last year.
But
championship games and all that.
How did Alabama? Weren't they 9 going into yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the championship game.
They
I mean,
just
apparently
kept
they do
Georgia-
believe in
They
it.
just kept Georgia and Miami at 3-9 and said, we don't care. They didn't do anything. They haven't done anything yet. They literally just kept it the same exact way.
They were asleep the entirety of yesterday.
The only thing they've changed is the 1-2. They haven't changed shit.
Well, I mean, again, they're kind of reinforcing the point that they believe in precedent and that they believe that championship games should not.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
In
so
general,
you
like, they didn't
genuinely
do
shouldn't
No.
play anyone. There's no reason to play your stars and risk injury. If they're watching the scout teams play, if they're watching student managers play, they're not going to knock you for it at all. There's no point.
The group text is blowing up.
Who is this going to be?
We gotta watch that
is-
shitty Alabama-Oklahoma game again. That game sucked, man.
Miami.
See-
They left Notre Dame out.
Yeah, there you
Holy
go. Told you,
shit.
you got to do head to head. You got to do head to head.
I agree, but wow.
Your guy Carson Beck gonna go into College Station. Watch out.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Miami instead of Notre Dame. I'll be goddamn they did it. They changed nothing in this whole thing except they changed that one at the end. Wow. Okay. All right. I can respect that. I
have so many texts to fire off right now.
They
love them.
should have flipped Miami and Alabama just so we didn't get a rematch. I think a rematch with Oklahoma, Alabama is pretty fucking lame, but whatever.
Yeah, that is lame. I don't know, man. I really thought that we were setting up. I had already crafted a tweet about the old man in the room just picking Notre Dame and Alabama. That'll go to drafts, I guess, for next year. Wow, Miami gets in over Notre Dame. Blutman, thoughts?
But why aren't you lead? You've had weeks to dictate that and show that you believe that. Why haven't you done it then? Why do you wait at the last second for the applause at the end of it? I don't understand. You have had weeks to show that you believe this. You have had weeks and you haven't shown that. To do it now is just like literally for show. It's pathetic in a way.
They're
I just
showing
don't get Alabama being in over Notre Dame.
They're showing the resumes right now of Miami and Notre Dame, and they are basically the exact same resume. They're one spot apart in every single metric.
Yeah. So yeah,
Miami
so it's
beat
got to
Notre
be
Dame.
Miami. So it's got to be Miami.
Blutman is right. Miami beat Notre Dame in week 1 or 2, right? Week 1, I believe.
Week 1.
You knew this in week 11. You knew it in week 12. You knew it in week 13. You knew it in week 14. But now in week 15, you're like, wait a second.
Well, but here's the answer, Brandon, is that they thought they were still telling us with those rankings, we still don't trust Miami as much as we trust Notre Dame. We think they're going to fuck up one of these final steps. Credit to the Canes. They did not fuck up a final step. So then push comes to shove. You're like, okay, well, we were wrong about not trusting them. Now we have to honor the head-to-head.
I think they were also waiting to see what else happened ahead of them to see if they would have just an easy way to put them both in. And then they didn't have that.
I think they did have that. I think they
No,
had
did.
that.
No, they did. I agree with you, but I'm saying
They
like
had-
this is the fact
Could have
that
taken Alabama out.
I agree, but I'm saying they weren't. In retrospect, looking back, like it's kind of dumb that we were a bunch of us were so sure that the ESPN partnered college football playoff committee would leave Alabama out.
Well, more than that, though, the strength of schedule gap was massive, as was the wins against good teams. Like the resumes weren't close. If we're being objective, I fucking hate Alabama. I don't like seeing my Alabama friends happy. And you know what sucks here? They should have beat Oklahoma the first time.
Well,
Credit to
they're
Oklahoma for
they're-
playing a
they're gonna-
dominant game, but like Oklahoma
They're gonna
from
smack Oklahoma.
like
I
a
don't know.
post
Ty
game
Simpson
win
looked like shit
expectancy
last night.
was like a 5% win or something.
Yeah. They're going to absolutely smack Oklahoma. And then
Well, maybe not. They haven't been playing well though, Brandon. Remember, they haven't been playing well.
they now get a 3-week break to get everything fixed. Like this is what they needed. What are we looking at? JMU?
Tulane Ole Miss rematch is also kind of lame.
That's
You could have just
terrible.
put Tulane. You could have just put
Tulane.
Tulane at 12.
Ole Miss won that by 35 points.
Yeah.
JMU at 12. So JMU, Oregon, Alabama, Oklahoma, Tulane, Ole Miss, Miami, A&M, first round.
2 good games out of the 4. That sucks.
See, Miami A&M. That's a sexy game. That's what
That's
you
gonna
want,
be-
Kayce.
A night game at Kyle Field. Hopefully the Friday night game at Kyle Field. Ooh, baby.
I do like seeing the JMU kids get excited.
Yeah.
Although the streamers are a bit much, that's a little bit.
Well, they do touchdown streamers after every touchdown. Uncultured Group of Five, Hayden, Brando.
Are you like an
the
XGC
players
guy?
don't fucking do it. The fans do it. The players
It's
don't
a
fucking do it.
tradition.
All right. So
Mississippi State doesn't get any of those except for a first #1 banner.
Brandon, who's your favorite streamer? Josh Pate?
Is that not a fucking tradition? Is that not a tradition?
I honestly, can I admit
Like
something to you,
Zarya.
Dub? Can I admit something to you right now? The way that I'm feeling about playing Miami is a different feeling than I would be if I knew we were playing JMU or Tulane. And I think that I'd rather play JMU or Tulane.
No, you
Please,
wouldn't.
I would. Yes, I would. I'd rather, but also like now it's just like, holy shit, this game's going to rock.
Yeah, well, now it's an actual fucking fight. It's a
Now,
heavyweight battle under the lights, as
Now the
God
future-
intended college football to be,
the
not
future
exercising,
me-
going through the motions.
the future me looking at the fact that Ohio State would be
Yeah,
next.
here's your road to a national title, Kayce. Miami, Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana.
Hey, you
Yeah,
talked all
it's not
fucking
fun.
year about how your national championship good. Go fucking win.
No,
Turns
understand
out, guys,
that.
you
Can I
don't win
just
the national
process this?
championship unless you beat the teams.
No, I get that. It would be nice to have a tune-up game in week 1. Like, I'm just saying, or round 1. I'm just saying that Oregon and Ole Miss, it's bullshit.
No,
It's
this is a
bullshit.
classic rested versus rusty. These other the teams get a tune-up game, but they're not locked in. If you got a good game, you got to be fucking dialed and locked in the entire time. Okay, it's like going to a 7-game series versus getting a 4-game sweep and waiting on the 7-game series. Drop your fucking nuts, Texas A&M, if you're really about that life.
So one of my guy friends, it's Notre Dame. He said, so this is now the Notre Dame gets handed everything narrative gets to stop, right? I think he's probably
Yeah.
kind of right. Yeah, like it has to die now.
Well, I mean, hello, you lost to the fucking team that you were dead even with. What are we talking about? And Alabama had a much better resume.
He's agreeing with it. He's saying that like now, like the national like narrative of like, hey, Notre Dame always gets everything. Like should just die. It's dead now on December, whatever date it is, December 7th, 2025. Like you can no longer say they get handed shit they don't deserve.
Yeah, it also says Notre Dame go join a conference. It says Notre Dame go play teams that matter. Don't just play 2 games at the beginning of the season, lose them, and then act like you can just coast into the playoff. It means go fucking earn it. That's what it means. And don't lose to the team that's right next to you.
Notre
that's
Dame,
what
I
it means.
feel like Notre Dame normally schedules pretty well. This schedule ended up being
All right,
weaker
do
than
you
it
have
would've
the
been.
do you have the right Notre Dame? What?
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
Notre Dame normally schedules well?
Yeah, I do.
You just be saying shit, man. You just be
That's not
saying shit.
no, that's not true. I legitimately do.
Last year they lost to Northern Illinois and then had a junior high schedule to nurse them back to health. And then this year, after A&M and Miami, the schedule was over.
Still A&M Miami's pretty fucking beast. Nobody else.
They have
goes
the
better with
44th.
schedule.
They have the 44th strength of schedule this year.
I said normally. I'm not advocating this was like the hardest schedule this year. I feel like normally they do a good job. They still played USC as well.
Good Lord. Okay. Let's see. Oh, spoiler alert says the Drew
Hey,
Show,
Connor Posey stuck my fucking dick. Sorry,
Texas
go ahead.
A&M is the tune-up game.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
I'm not
all right.
even gonna thank you for the $2. I don't even know where that goes. That's dumb. That's just a
I
dumb
get that.
What are you going to do with that $2, Brando?
Well, I don't know. But we'll see.
T-Bob, why don't you tell us about Tony's?
Tony Satchery's cool shot. I'll tell you about that Tony's. Look, you put Tony's on anything, man. Anything that you would salt and pepper, you could throw Tony's on. That's like burgers, steaks, dogs. I throw it in any chili or soup or gumbo that I have. The other day I had a turkey sandwich when we were filming the ad. And while it was a very good sandwich originally, a little bit Tony's elevated it there as well. And right now, there's a brand new Tony's blend. And this is interesting, guys, because this is something that I've wanted out of Tony's for a while, and it's finally here. Okay. And that is the Cajun Kick. It's a little less salt and more garlic. And the flavor, mwah, okay, it's a clean hit of heat. Now, of course, you'll have our classic Tony's as well. But look, the bottom line is if you're in Louisiana, Texas, or Mississippi, you're lucky because you can actually go buy this in the grocery store. If you are not, head over to Amazon and meet the all-new Tony's Cajun Kick. Turn up the heat, turn up the flavor. Cajun Kick brings bold spice, zesty garlic, and just the right burn to wake up anything on your plate. Shop now at CajunKick.com/Barstool. For real, if you have a family member that cooks bland food and you don't want to be you don't want to offend them, carry a little pocket Tony's around and just sprinkle that on. It really does wake any single food up.
Nick Saban and Chris Fowler look like AI versions of each other.
Chris Fowler looks very like
Vampiric. He looks like a vampire.
He looks like he's 90 trying to be. Why does he look? What happened to Chris Fowler?
Wait, Chris Fowler's jacked, guys. Have y'all seen how fucking swole Chris Fowler is? Let's not go too far with this now.
No, he just looks like he needs some eye patches. Maybe listen,
guys. How about we let people fucking age?
He looks like he uses Connor Griffin's eyebrow guy.
Oh, really? Because Nick Saban looks like he's trying to do a Connor Griffin photoshopped into a picture challenge.
That's what. Like,
hold on a minute. Like, I know we talked about this and like we kind of like glossed over it a little bit. It is crazy that Alabama got smacked, got curb stomped, got shellacked, and didn't move at all. That's crazy.
Well, no, I mean, again, they're saying precedent.
But where we're now that we look at it,
at least if you're going to keep them in, drop them to 10. Like, at least say that like you can't play like shit in the conference championship and just stay where you are.
I don't think you could drop them because I don't think you could separate Miami and Notre Dame. If you put Miami ahead of Alabama, I think you had to put Notre Dame ahead of Alabama, right?
I guess I just
Miami and Notre Dame were the same team.
So here's the thing. So BYU I did not think they should be in the playoff, especially after the way they played yesterday. But the whole argument around BYU and Alabama was like, if you're gonna like before the SEC championship, it was like BYU got killed and absolutely destroyed by Texas Tech. So they should be left out. Well, then if you're gonna say that, then if you get destroyed in the conference championship, you should get punished a little bit. They didn't punish Alabama by even moving them a spot down. That's the only thing. And I know that like you can't necessarily do it, but there is something there where it's like BYU gets its second loss of the year getting killed. Alabama gets its third loss of the year getting killed, and nothing happens to them, but BYU is left out. I don't know. You have to drop them at least one. I just don't think they should.
I don't think there was a spot to drop them to. That's the problem. I don't think you could. I think the Notre Dame and Miami were a block, and you had to move them together or keep them together. I don't think Miami could have interrupted that block. But T-Bob's right. Resume-wise, if we don't even think what our eyes saw yesterday, Alabama versus Notre Dame, Miami isn't a comparison. It's not even a comparison, and that's with Alabama having the albatross of a loss to Florida State. Like Alabama, again, 7 wins against the top 35. Notre Dame, Miami combined for 3. It's just Miami. Alabama's resume is when you get to the end of everything, far and away better than Notre Dame's and Miami's. Alabama just had the unfortunate. We saw them look like fucking shit yesterday.
Well, and I see some people tweeting about, wait, so Alabama didn't get penalized, but BYU did? No, BYU didn't move either. They were already, remember, the cut line was at 10 because of the two group of 5 teams, the 2 lowest conference champions are going to get in. So the committee could say, no, we didn't penalize BYU either. We just already had them where they were, and so they remained there.
That's fair. And this is another question that I see circulating around Twitter right now. If you're Notre Dame and you get left out, and because the 2 losses that you have are Miami and A&M, do you just make your schedule even easier next year? Not next year, whenever they can, just stop scheduling those really tough games to start the season, because the only reason that they're not in is because they lost to Miami and A&M. So it's like, do you like, this is where that argument of scheduling the really tough games to start the season starts coming in. If I'm Notre Dame, I'm like, well, if we would have just won one of those, we'd be in. So why would we keep scheduling games like this?
Well, there's the opposite problem. They should schedule more tough teams. Because their weak ass schedule is what just kept them out.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama is honestly the kind of the proof of why strength of schedule. I think there's something that we do too often is we only highlight the times in which one of those big out of conference scheduled games losses hurts, and we never highlight when it helps. Like there's a couple of years ago when Texas got in for the first time in the 4-team playoff, they were automatically in and above all discussion because they had won the big early season matchup. Like people benefit from these games as well. Hold on.
A&M this year is a prime example of that. I mean, A&M beating Notre Dame is like, that's what that you were able to hang your hat on all season. So I understand that. And to lose those games is like, I don't know. It's the argument of why schedule, and Notre Dame's not in a conference, but why schedule hard non-conference games if they're going to keep you out? But
there's a mouse in my house, according to my daughter. It's a mouse.
Well, do you need to go look at the mouse?
No, I'm going to let him live here.
Okay, good.
It's cold outside.
Baby, it's cold. Kayce, do an ad.
baby, it's cold outside. Well, it's boys. It's the
I
boys.
don't think it's
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Guys, enter the room. Is my daughter going?
Yeah, make sure everything's good there.
Enter the room dick first. Blue
Yeah,
Chew isn't
of
just a
course.
tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting. Like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets for sex. They ain't just a supplement, it's an erection, resurrection. Guys, this isn't just about performance, it's about legacy or third legacy. So give our group chat something to talk about. You know, when you lay it down, they're talking about how it gets up. Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little Blue Chew. Discover your options at bluechew.com. And as always, right now, you got a special deal for our listeners. I mean, how perfect Christmas season is here. You need a little stocking stuffer to stuff her. As always, get your first month of Blue Chew free. Just use, outline was mine. Just use promo code Roughness at checkout and pay $5 for shipping. That's right, first month is
Wait.
free.
Are you ad-libbing your own lines?
Yeah. Did you like that? Stocking stuffer to stuffer?
I did like that, yeah.
It's pretty good, huh? Join Blue Chew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to bluechew.com for details and safety info. And big thanks to Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. To be fair, you could stuff him as well. That's up to you. All love. Blue Chew helps anybody. Blue Chew. Well,
All right.
maybe not vaginas.
I'd like to point out that
By
when you
extension, it
went
helps vaginas.
when you went to bed last night, Notre Dame was minus 900 to make the playoff.
Yeah. Liam, do you have a takeaway that needs to be talked about here? What do you come away from this? Those the first feeling that you have.
Yeah, I don't know. I just the same takeaway that every sane human being has is that words, feelings you would like to express about the committee shouldn't be said on airwaves. They're thoughts that should stick in your brain. They're a bunch of, to be nice, they're a bunch of lazy, uninformed, uneducated, non-ball knowing human beings who don't use their 2 eyes or 8 brain cells and shouldn't be in the position of power that they are. I don't know. They're a joke. We all know that. What are you going to do? We'll see them next year. Yurachek will try and make us laugh 3 times.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. I'm going to make you say it. In this ranking of 12, what makes them a joke? Where are they a joke in this particular ranking?
Well, it just goes back for the month or whatever, them doing their rankings. If you like, why wait till the last possible second for Miami to be ahead of Notre Dame? Is it for purely theatrics?
I think it makes do you not agree with the logic? Like
no, not at all.
They're telling you that they thought that Notre Dame was the better team. They did not trust Miami as much as they trusted Notre Dame.
If Notre Dame was the better team, then maybe Notre Dame should be in today.
No, fuck no, because at the end of the day, you got to let football overrule your opinions.
And this is where it all just comes to what they want matter. They choose when things matter and when things don't. Head to head doesn't matter more than half the time.
I can guarantee you that committee would have loved to find a way to get Notre Dame in because of the brand and the money and everything else
behind any of this.
So
I don't think you can say head to head doesn't matter more than half the time. If the resumes are close, head to head will always be the deciding factor.
I agree.
The one thing I don't like that you said, T-Bob, is you said the committee 3 weeks ago or whatever, they ranked Notre Dame ahead of Miami because they didn't trust Miami going forward. Are we ranking teams based on our feelings of their future success?
Sorry.
Ranking teams?
Then no. Sorry. So then say it the way I did the second time. I think that's in it, but no, they thought Notre Dame was better. Like they thought Notre Dame was a better team, and they were saying, Miami, you have to prove it down the stretch here that you can make the run, and then we have to honor head-to-head over our opinion.
I think Liam's question is right then. If they spent the entire season thinking that Notre Dame was better, and they get here and they decide to they say, no, we're going to honor head-to-head, like, let's have some consistency. Either you think they're better and you're going to go with that, or you think head-to-head matters and you're going to go with that. but they just flipped them at their own whim.
I disagree fully. Anytime that we let,
It's not really a disagreement. That's just a fact. You can't disagree with a fact.
no, I'm saying like I disagree. No, I disagree with being upset about that fact, about the late flip. It all makes perfect sense in my head. Also, I anytime the committee is going to put their thumb on the scale for objective football results over opinion, I'm very consistent. I will always champion that.
And I'll just say it right now. It is absolutely ridiculous that Notre Dame is sitting at home, Vanderbilt sitting at home, Texas sitting at home, and JMU and Tulane are about to get beat by 40. It's just
It is disgusting.
listen. I think G5 should always have a path to the playoff. I don't think it should be automatic every year, and I don't think the way they wrote these rules to allow either the worst conference champion we've ever seen from the ACC or a second G5 to get in, that spot should have gone to an at-large. If the ACC champ can't qualify and can't hold up the standards, just give it to Vanderbilt or a Texas or a Notre Dame. There's no reason it should have gone to a second G5. That's crazy.
Oh man, Chiefs going through it.
Oh, the Notre Dame fan, yes.
Yeah. Chief, apparently winning the American's more valuable than being 10-2. Notre Dame
At noon? Okay, so A&M Miami is at noon on the 20th. Oh, it already went away. I didn't see.
I still got it.
JMU Oregon's going to be the night game on the 20th at 7:30 Eastern.
There's one game on the 19th. That's Alabama, Oklahoma. The other three, A&M's the first one the next day. Ole Miss, Tulane's the second one, and then the night game is Oregon and JMU.
That's going to be a boring afternoon and night slate compared to noon.
Why are we playing at noon?
I have no idea.
I don't get Duke JMU.
Just stop fucking complaining about the draw and win the game.
He's complaining about the game time. That's fair.
I'm not coming from an LSU fan that bitches and moans every single time there's a game at 11 a.m. Get the fuck out
that's
of here.
different. That's different.
Why is it different?
Because it is.
It's not. He's running and hiding now.
College football fans in general, and again, of course, I don't want it to be noon, but it is what it is. Yes, I'd rather be in the playoff. But you're trying to tell me that a night game at Kyle Field against Miami wouldn't hit like crack over whatever the night game is?
Yeah, no, it'd be awesome. It'd be better than Oregon JMU, which is what we're gonna get instead.
I will say though that I love that it's on Saturday and not Friday because I didn't want to be. Brandon, we went to Tennessee, Ohio State last year. Wasn't that the Friday night game? And it was right. I think it was. I don't want to be the first playoff game. I didn't want to be the first one. I wanted to be the Saturday.
I don't even fucking remember.
We went to Columbus for the college football show, I think.
That was on Saturday, wasn't it? I thought there was a playoff game happening while we were getting ready. I don't know.
Wasn't that the game that the bus almost exploded while we were in it? I don't know.
I don't fucking
listen. All I know is, hey, it's playoff time. All right. Ev is flying right now because of all the flight delays. That's awful. He's getting the game of the week. Holy shit. The fact that, okay, it's happening. It's happening.
What are you doing?
I'm future.
I thought you were about to read an ad.
No, I'm future me probleming right now.
Okay. All right. Do you have an ad?
No, we're done with ads.
All right.
I'm having a stroke.
So Big Ev is like she said, he would have been here, but he got on the tarmac this morning at 7, and they said 2-hour delay, so he is en route. So he's probably here by now, but he's probably en route from the airport to the office. So we'll figure out when we're going to come to you next, and we'll deal with it. As now we have a playoff to play with, and congratulations to the 12 teams, including a hyperventilating Kayce Smith, whose team is in the playoff, but you'd never know it by looking at her right now.
No, I'm so happy.
Scared.
I'm not scared at all. I'm dealing with it's the travel logistics. It's just a lot's going on right now. Okay, like when you're in the playoff for the first time ever, there's a lot of things happening. Also, I had this big plan with a Notre Dame fan, and it's falling apart. It's a whole thing. Okay, just leave me alone.
Okay. All right. Well. We'll see you. Me, T-Bob, and Blutman will see you tomorrow on Wake Up Barstool. I'm sure we'll talk about this a lot. Otherwise, that's it. Thanks.
Oh God, my arms are terrible. I'm so pale.
We'll see you. That's Unnecessary Roughness.
Brandon.